Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy, MidPokemaster here, today with APA Academy Season 2, Week 5, against Tony and his Buffalo Joes. So, we are currently 1-3. We're not doing so hot. We need to start winning some games so we can make playoffs. And Tony's 2-2. I've literally never beat him before. We fought in APA Academy Season 1, UPBA, PMU, probably some other leagues that I can't think of off the top of my head, so it's not really looking good for us. But yeah, that's basically it. We're probably not gonna win this battle. Honestly, I already know what happens because this is a replay. And also, thank you, special shout outs to Platinum Howler, my good friend from IBL and my own league, the Rejects, for recording this battle for me. I had my boy Cohanks record it, but something happened with Google Drive and it didn't get saved in the drive he sent me, and he's out on vacation, so it was just like a big nothing. It was neither of our faults. It was just like a glitch, I guess. So thank you for Platinum Howler for recording this last minute. I know this is gonna be. I'm recording this today is going up, so sorry for uploading this late. It was really my fault for not recording or checking it if it was in the Google Drive earlier. So before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I just want to say thank you for getting me to 150 subscribers. It means a lot considering I never thought I would get over 20. And here I am 2 years later. After starting my channel, I'm at 150. That's awesome to me. So yeah. So let's get into the team builder section of this battle. So Tony's team consists of Lugia, Ash Greninja, Mega Charizard X, Florges, Melodix, Snorlax, Hitmontop, Registeel, Rotom, Z Rotom actually, Rhydon, Z Gourgeist, and Z Azelf. So, when I first looked into this team, I noticed one thing. He's extremely weak to electric types. He only has one immunity in Rhydon, and he hasn't even fought that thing once. So, I feel like that's something I can easily exploit. So, starting off, I'm bringing a max speed, max special attack, Life Orb Zapdos with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Heat Wave, and Roost. There's, I think, one thing that someone wants to take an electric move from this, and that's Rhydon. Not Rhydon, Registeel. But it doesn't want to take a Heat Wave. So, Life Orb Zapdos kind of just destroys. Next, I have the standard Iapapa, Curse Recycle, Knockoff, Poison Jab, especially defensive All and Muck, for things like the Lugia and the Ash Greninja. Because even though I'm not AV, I can lift 2 specs Hydro Pumps from Greninja before it's battle bonded, and I can just set up on it. Because he's not even doing 50% if he's timid choice specs with Hydro Pump, so I can set up on it, and there's always a chance that I'll miss Hydro Pump. Next, I'm bringing an insanely cool Mega Mewtwo X set. Combine Sub, Recover, Thunderbolt. This man likes to timer stall, so I kind of want to have something that will help me just beat down his stally kind of mons like his Lugia, his Maloc, and his Florges, because they can't beat this thing, and since I don't have to Mega Evolve first turn, I don't have to worry about Florges Moonblast breaking sub or Lugia Aeroblast breaking sub. And if he brings Rhydon, I'm kind of screwed, but, I feel like the rest of my team can handle Rhydon pretty well. Next, I have a physically defensive Swampert with Stealth Rock, Toxic, Roar, EQ. He doesn't have the best removers, and he has a Mega Charizard X that doesn't want to take Rock, so I feel like that was my best bet. Then I have a Choice Band Zygarde with 1,000 Arrows, Outrage, Extreme Speed, Iron Tail. I wanted to bring DD, but I felt like there was no real chance for me to set it up against this team. I could have been like DD weakness policy, but if I didn't have rocks up, Florges and Lugia kind of just destroyed that. And next I'm bringing a Taunt, Substitute, Leech Seed, Moonblast, especially defensive Whimsicott. It was kind of like that 6th mom where there's not really much else you can bring, but this still, you don't feel like it's the best. But I felt like I had to bring it this match just because it had a somewhat decent matchup against all Stallymons. So yes, let's get right into the battle. So, guys, turn off audio. And I'm going to lead Zapdos because I get a pretty free Volt Switch on everything. Especially because he's not bringing his Rhydon. So, yeah. So Zapdos is going to be my lead. Depending on what I see, I'll either Volt Switch or T-Bolt. But I see A's up, and I'm like, he's probably just going to try to get Rocks up turn 1. So I'm just going to Volt Switch out into my Mewtwo so I can kind of just start clicking sub on him. So I click Volt Switch and Outspeed, which shows me he's modest or just not very much speed. So I'm going to show that I'm Life Orb and that I'm extremely offensive. And I'm going to go into my Mewtwo that kind of just walls this thing. Going to get that in Nerve off, so if they have berries. But he actually goes for the Psychium Z, so if I was not max speed timid, I would have just lost my Zapdos there. So that was an extremely good moment for me. So he's going to go for that Z Psychic. You'll see that Shattered Psyche room. You just see like it hitting all the walls. But that does almost 100. But for a Z move off an Azelf, that didn't do a lot. So I believe I just clicked Recover here maybe. Or I click Sub. Nope, I click Calm Mind. I couldn't remember out of those 3. So. And I don't think he's going to bring Whirlwind on this thing. I feel like he doesn't have the move slots for it this week. So here, I'm just going to click that Easy Sub. As he goes for a Toxic, which, you know, that was pretty good for me right there. So here I'm going to click Recover. And I'm going to be basically about to full. Because with that Recover, I'm going to be up to 180. That's almost full. He's going to go for that Aeroblast, but considering I'm max HP with a Calm Mind up, that's not going to break it. So I'm just going to go for that second Calm Mind here. Because what's he really going to do to me? He brings out his Azelf. Probably just going to sack it off. And I didn't want to deal with like explosion with this thing. And I didn't want to get too greedy in case he tried to Calm Mind up beside me or something. So I'm just going to go for T-Bolt myself to kill this thing. So Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo X getting its not first kill, but you know what I'm trying to say, first kill of the match. Killing off Azelf with that T-Bolt. So next he's going to bring in that Milotic, which I couldn't kill. I can't remember if he was specially defensive, 100% couldn't kill, or if it was just physically defensive. I do that much. But I feel like that was easy. He shows off Haze, which is low-key kind of annoying, because now my booster gone. And he's going to get that leftovers. So he's going to get, you know, just a little bit. So I want to try to Calm Mind here, seeing if he tries to recover. Because if he recovers, I kill with a +1 T-Bolt. But it ain't going to happen, because he's just going to go for the Scald here. And that's going to break it. He gets a crit, but honestly, I don't know how much that mattered after the Aeroblast damage. It was honestly kind of annoying. But, you know, it's not going to change the impact of this game. I'm going to be brought down to a little above half. I see us for another Haze. And he's just trying to keep my Mega Mewtwo X from straight sweeping him, which is smart. So I don't want to play this game, so I'm just going to T-Bolt him, and his Melodic is going to be gone. I don't know how I just said Melodic. So, yeah. So here he's going to bring out his Mega Charizard X. My T-Bolt's not doing anything to this thing, and if I wanted to, I could try to Calm Mind up alongside this thing if he tries to DD, but I'd rather just get some damage off on this thing, maybe even try to get a Para. So, I'm not going to Mega Evolve. There's no reason for me to. It does like 10%. And he's just going to go for that Dragon Claw and break my sub, which I'm totally fine with. I'm going to switch out here because I don't want to have to deal with... Because I seriously can't do anything to this thing, which is super unfortunate. So I'm going to go into Hank Dank Tank the Swampert as he goes for his Dragon Dance. So here, I kind of predicted him to switch and made a bad play. So he goes for that Dragon Claw. It's going to do over 50%, I think. Showing me he's adamant. So I just go for Toxic, thinking he's going to go into his Lugia, predicting an EQ. Which was honestly kind of unfortunate, because if I would have just gone for EQ there, it would have lowered this thing way down. So you're just going to see that Toxic damage. And I switch out, predicting him to go for another Dragon Claw and go to my Whimsicott. And if he goes for Flare Blitz this turn, it really doesn't matter because Whimsicott isn't doing anything. But he predicts that and just gets the easy kill on my Whimsicott. But he takes all that recoil damage. So that Whimsicott is gone. So he's going to take a bunch of recoil. And now he's going to take another poison turn. So I'm going to go to my Zygarde and click that extreme speed button. Because I'm pretty sure I kill with this. It might have been a roll. But I knew after Toxic it did. But he doesn't want to risk his win con like that. So he just goes out into his Lugia here. And that's going to do like literally 10 HP. And he shows me that he's lefties. So I'm going to have to switch out here because I'm banded. I can't do anything to this. As he switches out into his Greninja. I don't know what he predicted me to go into here. Unless he predicted Zapdos, maybe. So, I'm bringing up my Muck here. He goes for the Hydro Pump. And I know I'm going to love this no matter what. Shows me that he's actually Timid Choice Specs. Hydro Pump. So, I'm just going to start cursing up here. Because I don't have a reason not to at this point. He's going to go for another Hydro Pump here. Actually hit it, so he's hit more Hydro Pumps than I ever will in a row. So I'm going to eat that Figgy Berry here. Get brought up to a lot. I'm going to knock off here so his Hydro Pumps won't do as much to me. But I'm going to recycle on this next turn as he actually hard switches out into his Mega Charizard X. So yeah, as I said, I'm just going to go for the cycle because I want my berry back. He doesn't have knockoff on anything. And he's going to take that toxic damage. So my berry is kind of here to stay. He's going to go for Roost as I click another, I think Curse maybe. Just so I could take his Flare Blitz a little bit better. Because I think at that point it was a roll. I'm not 100% sure. But after 2 curses, I 100% live unless if it's a crit. And if it's a crit, I kind of just lose. Not really, because I have ways to break the Lugia and the Florges. So he goes for Dragon Dance. He's just predicting me to go for more curses here. And I just go for that clean Poison Jab. And you're going to see that almost kills it. But with that Swampert Poison, Toxic, whatever, it's going to kill that thing. So it hurts to kill a Mega Charizard X, but you have to do it sometimes. So here, he's going to bring back out his Greninja. He's going to go for that clean Hydro Pump. Bring me down like 60 HP. But I'm going to get that clean berry back. I'm going to be brought around to like 75%. And I'm just going to kill this thing with Poison Jab because I'm not going to risk getting crits or anything like that. So that Greninja is gone. And at this point, he can't break this Alolan Muck. We still have 3 minutes left of this battle. He's going to go for Roost here, trying to get his multi-scale back. I believe I just go for another Curse, or I go for a Recycle. Yeah, because I didn't know what he would have to touch this thing. So, he's going to go for Ice Beam, trying to freeze me. But, honestly, after he's hit all those Hydro Pumps, he doesn't deserve to freeze me. So I'm just going to go for more curses so I can try to break this thing. Even with the multi-scale. Try to do more than 50% each time. If you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go for that Poison Jab because I want to try to get the poison on this thing. Because with Poison Jab plus Poison Point, it's like a 51% chance, I think, to get the poison. I remember hearing that somewhere, but I don't 100% know. So he's just going to Roost up. And I want to keep going for Poison Jab so I can try to get that poison, as I said. And there you go. Only got after 2 times, but that makes sense if it's 51%. So he's going to take poison damage every turn. Makes it to where he has to roost each turn to keep that multi-scale. So he's just going to go for another roost here. Bring himself all the way back to full. And I'm just going to go for another curse because I believe at this point I did over 50% each turn with knockoff. So he can't recover stall me much longer. So he's down to 88%. He's going to go for another roost. And here he tried to timer stall me at like 35 minutes. Just trying to bring back any differential, but there's no way he can do that at this point. Just because of how my Alolan Muck is set up and things like that. So, by the time we were done with this battle, it was like 25 minutes, so timer stalling really didn't matter. Because you'll see that I'm going to win this game. He can't break this Alolan Muck at this point. Knockoff is going to do more than enough. And with that poison from Poison Jab, he's going to kill this Lugia. He's going to go out into his Fortress here because that's the only thing he has left. He's going to go for Protect here, just trying to timer stall a little bit more. But he knows at this point he can't win. We had already posted the stats and everything because Alolan Muck 100% won. So your Kentucky Torracats are now 2-3 in APA Academy Season 2. And next week we're finding a tough contender, finding coach of the Duke Blue Devils, coached by TTM Sticks, a good pal of mine. I've known him for almost a year now. Great dude. But I don't know if I can beat him. He's just that good compared to me. And he's honestly one of the best dudes in the league. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.